Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. We have already... And Batistuta! And it's Olmo. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Howson, not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Trife! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a throw. McAllister. And it's McAllister. Pass somewhat off target. Van Basten. A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Knocks it into space. Tries to play it through. Great ball. He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. No, that's been intercepted. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the...
Tries a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
They've played it short. He's in a great position here. Dani Olmo. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Hullet.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And he's intervened well there. Looking for the run. That looks a good ball. There's the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
McAllister is always looking to break lines. Van Basten, so still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
And Hullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Hullet is offering a right smile there.
Howson to McAllister. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Dani Olmo. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. That's going to go a long way. And it's Olmo. Busquets. McAllister. Hullet. No, that was never going to make it. Santos trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Busquets. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Great ball if he can get there.
Santos are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone.
Van Basten. Van Basten. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Costa Curta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pedri. Can he get on the end of this?
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Whatever he
acréscimo.
had in mind, that was not it. Oh, good take and a good air. Bullet! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Howson. Moved on forwards. And That is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. There's the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's got away. Chance for a shot! And he's done it!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Borussia Dortmund have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, can he get onto this? Stood up well to him there. He's through here. And here's the chance to counter. Costa Curta has given away a free kick.
Borussia Dortmund are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Costa Curta. Cruyff. And it's Beckenbauer. And the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. He's trying his best to keep it in play here.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Neuer gets rid without sophistication. Just about up to the hour now. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's been cut out, well played. Not the most accurate pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Pedri stood his ground strongly.
Cleared without complication.
And claimed it back swiftly. Costa Curta. Oh, it's come loose. And it's McAllister. Dani Olmo takes a shot!
A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Borussia Dortmund have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And they win it back again.
Santos really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He won't be happy with that one. Can he get it through? Pedri calmly anticipates. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0.
Shapes to shoot!
And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Borussia Dortmund have their third corner. McAllister goes short.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Santos clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Looking to go deep. Oh, what a climb!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Played back in. Gullit looking to get on the end of this. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Cruyff. And he cuts out the supply. 1-0 as we head towards the end. He's in plenty of space here. Pedri. Beckenbauer is one of those players who's known for reading the... Decent chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Borussia Dortmund get their fourth corner.
Borussia Dortmund really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And that is as far as they're going to go. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Gullit. And this is Gullit. Pings it. Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Adams wins the duel this time. Rodri in acres of space out wide. And we're done. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
So we're up and running.
Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Beckenbauer. Look at the space. Dani Olmo!
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Rijkaard. Jordi Alba. Rudiger. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Vanderson.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Chance for a shot!
Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Rijkaard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
And he's hit it long. It's an inviting looking ball, that. McAllister. Now Costa Curta. Tchouaméni. And it's Olmo. Dani Olmo goes steaming forward. He's had it taken off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
There will be a throw-in.
Good effort from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Fluminense really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Half an hour played now. Costa Curta. Tchouaméni. And back to the goalkeeper. Now Costa Curta. Gets a good foot in there. Conte. Vanderson. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, incredible! Another own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Borussia Dortmund got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Vanderson. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Well, we're on the way. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Van Basten receives it in a wide position. Albert Ferrer is there and he can get that clear. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Chouameni. Busquets. Pullet. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Adams does well to stand firm and defend it. Oh, it's Bebeto. And Bebeto! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bebeto is offering a wry smile there.
That's a nicely shaped ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Denilson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Borussia Dortmund yet to have an attempt on goal. Pullet. And it's Batistuta. That is good alertness. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Busquets is always looking to break lines. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chouameni. Albert Ferrer. Bebeto. Chouameni spots it and intercepts. That's really well manoeuvred. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Quality ball. Chouameni calmly anticipates. Costa Curta. Denilson. And it's Rice. For Rice. Chouameni turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neuer claims comfortably. McAllister. And it's McAllister. Now Costa Curta. Van Basten. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's away! Can he finish? Goal! Borussia Dortmund! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, it's Bebeto. And he skips past his man. Danielson. Chouameni. Nicely spread. Played back into the centre. Picked up. Takes a shot! And he can clear it away. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Borussia Dortmund are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Substitution.
And the action is back on the way. Borussia Dortmund carrying a one-goal lead. McAllister. That's Busquets. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rice. Spread it left. Danielson. Played into the box. Costa Curta attempts a clearance. Borussia Dortmund on the counter-attack now. It's Bebeto. He's a sharp little ball here. McAllister. And it's Zanetti. Van Bauten. And it's Rice. Oh, that's a fine interception. Still just a single goal between the sides. And that's gone loose. Howson. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Decent shot! In for the pieces! Oh, taken with style! They are right back in business!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't... Bullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Not the most accurate pass. And here's Hullet. That has been knocked clear.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. Now it's Chouameni. Chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. now a sudden chance to counter. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Hullet. Rice. Played out to the left flank. Danielson. Oh, super ball. Shoots! It's in! And the comeback is complete! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Batistuta coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Danny Olmo.
Borussia Dortmund really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Rice looks to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
And it's Batistuta. Adams. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. McAllister. Oh, it's Van Basten. Well read, nice interception. Chouameni. Costa Curta makes the interception. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Chouameni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Can he latch on to this?
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And a chance! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 2.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Coming on
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Rodri, nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Valverde, and the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Nicely shaped ball.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Neuer gets it away. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Borussia Dortmund against Barcelona.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And that gets things running.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
Rijkaard. Chouameni.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's found a way through. Up he goes! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Oh, what has happened here? Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
The goal scorer for Barcelona after 7 minutes is number 7, Olise.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Costa Curta, pressing high and with purpose. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. It's Neymar against the crossbar. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Chouameni, Dani Olmo, Borussia Dortmund looking to pass their way through. Borussia Dortmund ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And he's forced to go back. Oh, this looks sharp. Stood up well to him there. Dani Olmo. Well, it's Batistuta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Chouameni. Quarter of an hour played. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Borussia Dortmund are behind here, despite their domination of possession. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. White. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pullets picks it up out wide. Hangs in a cross. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. And this is Batistuta. He's under a lot of pressure there. And the return pass. Now it's Drogba. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, can he get onto this? Chouameni. Adams. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Olmo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Borussia Dortmund truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Adams. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Batistuta. Bellingham. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Chouameni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Oh, taken with style. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Neymar. He's played it back.
Really got in his face.
Chance for a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now that's well seen too. And that is a little undercooked. He's on it, can he get away? Neuer with the clearance. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Neymar. And he's in on goal. Picked out, decent chance! Howson gets rid without sophistication. Busquets. And it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Dani Olmo. Darren Fletcher, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Borussia Dortmund presented with a golden opportunity here. Ball on the spot, can he? That is some save from Kahn! No, he's missed it!
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Dani Olmo goes short, and he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Batistuta's cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Just about up to the hour now. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Can he get away here? Neymar.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, great run, magical! Big chance! And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Olise with the short one. Decent progress down the left. White gets flagged offside. Van Basten looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Van Basten. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? Goal! Borussia Dortmund! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Borussia Dortmund go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
McAllister. Played back into the centre.
Oh, really well played.
Batistuta. Dani Olmo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Dani Olmo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 2, Danny Olmo. Coming on the field is number 6, Raphael van der Vaart.
Punched away. Busquets. Back into the middle. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Drogba. Looking for options for movement.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Olise. He's chosen to go back. Played back in. Oh, shooting chance! Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Van der Vaart. Now who's going to be first to this? That's Busquets. McAllister. It's Van der Vaart. Rijkaard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Borussia Dortmund moments now away from seeing this one out. And it's Bellingham. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, look at the space here. Bellingham. Neuer claims comfortable.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That'll be a throw.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 14, Gullit. Number 7,
Darren Fletcher.
Batistuta.
And the number on the board is 3.
Van Basten.
And here's
Coming on the
Stoichkov.
field, Number 15,
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Cleared away. That's that, the end. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win. Is bouncing. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right...
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Borussia Dortmund against
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think we can look forward to another striking masterclass from Van Basten here, Peter.
Well, many have cited him as the greatest striker of all time, but what in your eyes made him that, Jim?
Well, in a word, everything, Peter. He had it all. Pace, power.
Oh no, what has happened here? Van Basten! That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Flings it across. That's a decent clearance. And Cruyff! Well, got to be quick to recover this.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Chouameni. Davids producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Busquets. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Can he get on the end of this? He's found the way through. Can he finish? Goal! Sao Paulo! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
After 14 minutes is number
Borussia
27.
Dortmund finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Batistuta. Mateus can see things others simply cannot.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions.
Van Basten! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. And he's gone backward here. Tries a shot! It's loose now. In he goes again! Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. And once more he proves rigid and robust. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he is slightly undercooked, that one.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That looks a cracking ball. Oh, smashing header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sao Paulo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Busquets. Tries to play it through. And Batistuta! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, terrific header! Goal! Sao Paulo! Into the lead once more. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Sao Paulo get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, nice one too, very nice. Pullet could try cutting inside here. Gets into some space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Dani Olmo looking for the run. Shifted it to the flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good take in a good area. Mateus. That's an imaginative pass. Perfectly measured that. McAllister. And here's Van Basten. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And the action is back on the way.
Borussia Dortmund can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
McAllister. Shot could be on. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played into space out wide.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Van der
Thunderbolts! Keeper's not concerned by that. Mateus does well to get it back. Nice looking ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 8, McAllister. Coming on to replace him is number 27, Serginho.
Substitutions taking vertical.
The attendance for this
Borussia
match was
Dortmund have, after this,
61,052.
one further opportunity to make a substitution. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Tchouaméni. Van der Vaart. He's a Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Van der Vaart. Van der Vaart! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Van der Vaart, the regular corner taker.
Gullit. Coming on the field is number 21, Stoichkov. Substitution in progress.
Borussia Dortmund really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. And the through ball. Drogba chasing after it. Chance here to counter. He won't be happy with that one. Serginho. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Nice physical challenge. Serginho. Great run on the overlap here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Costa Curta has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier. Sao Paulo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Neymar. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, it's played it, and the shot! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Stoichkov.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Borussia Dortmund must do something here, and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Serginho deals with that comfortably. Van der Vaart. Busquets. It's Van der Vaart. And here's Stoichkov. He's in space and looking for options. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
And this is the big chance. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Big header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Serginho.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That's a decent ball. Van der Vaart. We are into overtime.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Van der Vaart with the short one. Delivers the... Oh, what a... And it's come back out to him. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was...
And the finish! Good effort first time.
Mendieta cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Look at the space here. Hang chance! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Van der Vaart. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that interception was most necessary. There's the shot! It's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Van der Vaart. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Hullet.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Messi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Not the most accurate pass. Pedri. And it's Batistuta. Now it's Van Basten. And he's in on goal. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Pass is just off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mendieta! He has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Now it's Pedri. Pull it. He's got away.
Such good technique.
And that is expertly dealt with. Mendieta. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, that's well spotted. Busquets is always looking to break lines. Adams. Borussia Dortmund on the counter-attack now. Pedri. And here's Batistuta.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
There's the header. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Zanetti. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Caceres. That's going right the way across. And the counter is on. And he's picked out the run. He has found the way through. Brilliantly cut out. Linton tidy with his distribution. That's a little off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Van Basten. Oh, shooting chance! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Pedri. Van der Vaart, he's set up one goal so far. Oh, it's come loose. Gullit takes a shot. He's delivered all right. So smooth. A signature finish. What about... And there's the end of the first half. Borussia Dortmund come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Borussia Dortmund are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we're underway again. Caceres proves too strong.
Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Incoming delivery. In again. And he's there to clear it. Van Basten is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Zanetti. Now it's Messi. Ball played for Mendieta. Messi tries to pass it through. Gullit. And this is Batistuta. Van der Vaart unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chouameni. Now it's Batistuta. Pedri. Great vision. And this is Gullit. Drives it in. Oh, what a clock! In he goes again. Oh, taken with style. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Borussia Dortmund take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, this is...
He's got full! And yes, it's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Terrific header! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Caceres knocks it into space. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. Big header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has been cut short. Now it's Pedri. Tries to play it through. Gullit looking to run onto it. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And another try! And it's in! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Pedri. Looking for options. Tries a shot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Point-blank header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Oh, it's Van Basten. Zanetti cuts it out. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. Oh, it's Van Basten. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. Van Basten. And they can counter here. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. Gullit has it out wide. Oh, he's caught him in or out. Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Zanetti has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Probably be looking to play it square from here. It's a ball kick. Mendieta. Zanetti. Great defending, strong and determined. Neymar. Cleared without hesitation. It's their second corner of the game. And the keeper beats it away. Looking to go deep. Up he goes! Now, who's going to be first to this? Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Picked out brilliantly, goes for a shot! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop. Now it's Bale. Time added on 4 minutes. He's had it taken off him. Van der Vaart. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. Caught offside that time. Neuer claims comfortable. Pedri. He is through here. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Borussia Dortmund have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Van Basten taking in... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider...
Has another go! He scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Borussia Dortmund finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And here's Batistuta. Now then, the ball's come loose.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Vinicius Junior couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's having a shot! Nicely weighted ball. And that's not going to reach. And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. It's a nicely shaped ball. Van der Vaart. That's surely a foul. Free kick. It's a good 35 yards out, this. Van der Vaart. Van der Vaart! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Hullet. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. And the shot! And he hits the net. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is...
Has a shot! Oh, it's coming out. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's following up. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the keeper beats it away. Gives it back. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Looking to play him in. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Stoichkov. Well, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Van der Vaart receives. He's got tall. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Yamal. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Costa Curta. And it's Stoichkov. And that pass just didn't quite work. Dani Olmo. That has been slung wide. Mbappe! Adams attempts a clearance. It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! And it's Van Dijk. Mbappe, he's had a shot! Goal! Gremio! Into the lead once more. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Gremio get themselves into the lead. Look, there's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Vardiol. Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gremio have their third corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Kubasi. A really well-measured ball. Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. Stoichkov. McAllister. Now it's Hullet. Looking for options for movement. He's picked his way through. Oh, shooting chance! And again! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Borussia Dortmund are still behind then, despite looking for all the world like they pulled level. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa 10.
Here we go again.
Camisa 4.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chouameni.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Hullet. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. He's in a great position here. McAllister. Out of play for a goal kick. And here's Stoichkov. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Camavinga. And he's on his way. Big chance. Must be. Chance. It's there. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Gremio go 2 up and into a position of real strength. And Hullet! Oh, split second reaction.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Mbappe!
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now it's Gullit. Van der Vaart. Oh, well measured. Face to face with the keeper. Picked out brilliantly. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Mbappe gets flagged offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Van der Vaart. And this is Stoichkov. Shapes to shoot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Stoichkov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Van der Vaart with the short one. Shot a goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Tchouaméni is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Yamal gets it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Van der Vaart unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played into space. Oh, delightful ball. Neuer is there and he can get that clear. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Adams. Hazard powering forward here. McAllister. He's looking wide. Gullit finds himself offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Tchouaméni. Stoichkov. Now, can they get him away? Busquets. Van der Vaart. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nice touch. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Stoichkov. And he's being shifted off it. McAllister. He came in hard, very hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Vinicius Junior is flagged offside. Little pass back. Over to the left. And it's been played through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. McAllister. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's fabulous. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Substituição no time do Grêmio. Camisa
So,
13.
time for changes on
Camisa
both sides,
11.
actually.
Camisa
Borussia
19.
Dortmund give themselves a chance of a and the finish!
Camisa
They're avoiding the
24.
blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to
And
be.
the shot!
Substituição.
Nicked it back
Foram
promptly.
indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Hazard. He is just caressing the ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And it's slung out wide. And we're done. Borussia Dortmund can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think in Christian Abbiati, you have one of the best Italian goalkeepers of his generation.
They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That's been intercepted. And now the breakaway. He can run onto that.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicely weighted ball. He can get that clear. Chouameni. That's Busquets. Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe. Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. Cleared without complication. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Adams. Howson. Threads one in, and he's had it nicked away. Busquets. And it's Chouameni. And Dani Olmo. Busquets. Well timed, excellent interception. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Olmo. Borussia Dortmund are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Can he get on the end of this? Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's a key interception. That looks a decent ball. Just, it's Neymar! Another special Neymar moment! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Yeah, OK, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merited due to the quality of the strike.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Taken back almost at Neymar! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Chouameni tries to play it through. It's really well cleared. McAllister. Almost half an hour in now. Change of plan here, perhaps. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Great ball if he can get there. He is through here. Now it's Rafinha. Bullet. McAllister. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Dani Olmo. Ball's chance! He scored! Back within one. They have them in their sights again. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And they've got a throw. This is Batistuta. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Van Basten is onto it in a flash. Van Basten. Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's intervened well there. Chouameni. Van Basten.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Chouameni. Borussia Dortmund looking to pass their way through. He's shifting through the gears here. Saliba gets it clear. And it's McAllister. And this is Batistuta. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we're underway again.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Has a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Pull it. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to pass. Chance for a shot! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
So smooth. It's Neymar! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to dink it through. Howson getting this one clear. Pull it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post. Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
He's picked his way through. Chouameni.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Oh, super find. He's through, now is he in? Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. McAllister. That has been slung wide. Kimmich deals with that comfortably. Rafinha. That has been cut short. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
There they go, hunting again.
Mbappe, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner.
Substitution on the field. Number
So,
4,
third corner of the game.
Mbappe. Number 11.
And that has been cleared.
Number 7.
Oh, good, can he finish?
Number 9.
That's a half-decent try.
Joshua Kimmich.
Well, he's furious with himself,
Coming
but
on
at
the
least the
field,
boss is applauding his effort then.
Number 17, Pushkash. Number 18, El Hadj Diouf. Number 10, Messi. Number 8, Franz Beckenbauer. Substitutions taking
Have a
place.
look and place it forward. Not the most accurate pass. And back to the goalkeeper. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, no joy this time. Borussia Dortmund do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Howson. And Adams. Costa Curta. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Puskás is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That is good alertness. And this is Forlan.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And this is Forlan. And it's Forlan! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Now it's Forlan. Now it's Puskás. Aims beyond the defence. And the finish! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects.
Big chance! He has done it! We thought it was over. It's all square once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
All hands on deck for this one. Oh, he's been real chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Forlan duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Diego Forlan. Coming on the field is
Puskás.
number 23, Batistuta.
He's there to retrieve it. And here's Batistuta. Puskás gets flagged offside. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. That pass isn't the best. Pull it. He's found a way through. And he thumps it clear. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. And as you can see, we've already... And a chance! And it's hoisted clear. Great vision. Oh, and the finish! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
A header! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Great chance! No mistake! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And yes, it's him again. Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Hunnit. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Hunnit. Hunnit puts his foot on the gas. And Hunnit! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That pass isn't the best. Pull it. He's a sharp little ball here. Stoichkov. Can he finish? It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that is a little undercooked. Busquets is always looking to break lines. Pull it. Tries to pass it through. And this is Stoichkov. He's found a way. Tries a shot! It's fallen kindly here. It's in. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
We have ourselves a real game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Referee's given a throw. Liverpool have scored 2 quick goals here and are right back on level terms. Knocks it into space. Drilled in low. And it's a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now this could be a chance. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
McAllister plays it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. They want to be quick to recover this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Busquets gets it clear and smartly reclaimed. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Serginho's cross. And he's taking no chances there.
Rashford really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he get on the end of this? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Rooney. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he's there to retrieve it. Yaya Toure. And we hit half-time. Liverpool are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. And we are up to the break.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, it's 2-2. And that's the second half started. And it's Stoichkov. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a throw. Oh, shooting chance! Azar. Neymar powering forward here. Gullit, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Torres.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looking for options, for movement. Liverpool needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's been slipped through. Yaya Toure, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Rashford. Neymar. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Rooney could try cutting inside here. It's really well cleared. Van Basten. And it's McAllister. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar gets flagged offside. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. That's been cut out, well played. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Costa Curta. That's Busquets. Stoichkov. Belletti. Serginho. Looking for the run. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? Goal! Corinthians! And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Played back in. Stoichkov. Oh, what a... against the crossbar. Liverpool have reclaimed it. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Shot could be on. Decent chance! That's a sharp pass.
Corinthians clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's in plenty of space here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Neymar. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa.
Can he get it through?
Camisa.
Now that's well seen too.
Substituição.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And the counter is on. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Torres is onto this. Into the last 5 minutes.
Corinthians nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Rashford! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Bastoni. Serginho.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Board
acréscimo.
shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Knocks it into space.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ball has bounced loose now. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Van Nistelrooy has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. He's found the way through. There's the shot! Oh, the ball. That's another chance! It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Played out wide. And it's Hullet. That's been cut out, well played. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rudiger. Belletti. It's Hullet. Rudiger. McAllister. Hakimi cuts it out. And now they can clear their lines. And he's only too happy to take that back. McAllister. Aimed beyond the defence. Batistuta could try cutting inside here. Dani Olmo with the clearance. Showing great feet there. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this...
It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Stoichkov tries to pass it through. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. Liverpool already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That pass isn't the best. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. That's going to go a long way. And they're quick to get it back. Plays the return pass. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's shifting through the gears here. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then.
And he's decided to go for it. And he should have made it four.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Quality ball. Batistuta. Well, that has not gone well. Looking for options for movement. Pull it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they can break here. And he was quick to react. And he's there to clear it. Howson. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. That's a throw. Hakimi. Keeper's got good distance on that. Vinicius Junior. Van Nistelrooy. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Busquets to McAllister. Half-time getting close now. Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Liverpool looking to pass their way through, and that was very necessary. Belletti.
2 added minutes has been
Pretty
indicated.
loose pass. Van Nistelrooy, and Van Nistelrooy! Batistuta. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half
And
performance.
if you do
They're
have
not
a chance
at it.
today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund. Substitution in progress.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Kvaratskhelia with Kvaratskhelia! That's travelling a long way. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Busquets. McAllister. Oh, perfectly measured that. Now it's Batistuta. Time and again they are repelled. That's really well cleared. Hakimi. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Azar. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Belletti.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now it's Stoichkov. Chance for a shot! It's there! They're back within reach!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Liverpool give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. And the finish! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So now the difference is 3. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
McAllister, and it's Hullet. Rice, played into space.
Whatever happens, that's...
Takes the shot! Costa Curta. And it's McAllister. Oh, that's fabulous. Liverpool can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he shoots!
Oh, taken with style. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed.
You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and what...
A header!
He should have put that one away.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Busquets spots it and intercepts. He's in a great position here. He has found the way through.
Now, who's going to be first? Oh, no, this does not look good.
Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a shade optimistic. Busquets. Belletti. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Rudiger. Now Costa Curta. Now he's off and running. Oh, that's a key interception. Albert Ferrer. Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Might want to be careful there.
Good ball, good take.
Face to face.
Goes for a shot! Not the most accurate pass. Tries from a long way out.
Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And that has been cleared. And now they can just about within shooting range.
Into the arm to the goalkeeper.
That has ended up in no man's land. Stoichkov is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Hakimi now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Chiellini.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end then, no joy.
Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Howson completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
And it's Mendes. Here comes the cross. And that should get the job done. Maradona! Palmeiras can try it again now. It's their second corner of the game. Pele goes short. Hakimi, nicely spread. Now it's Pele, produces, takes a shot! Kante is onto this, and that has been cleared. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Oh, he's been caught napping! Stoichkov was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he's intervened well there. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And in some mighty effort! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Maradona! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Palmeiras grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Belletti. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that was vital. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. And the shot! He has done it! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is from Mario. Oh, that's a key interception. Pull it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the...
There's the shot! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Pele, and that interception was most necessary. Aimed beyond the defence.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Belletti. It's Hullet. Busquets. And it's McAllister. Now Howson. Rudiger.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Hullet. Pele can see things others simply cannot. Busquets. And it's McAllister. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, super find. He's found a way through. And there is the half-time whistle.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Hullet. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
He's had a shot!
Now that is commitment to the cause.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way. It's a promising position. Hullet.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Busquets. Belletti. Now Costa Curta. McAllister. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And claimed it back swiftly.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And he can clear it away. McAllister. Now Costa Curta. Busquets. Costa Curta. Nicely aimed pass. And it's McAllister. Busquets. Romario running with the ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bullet. That's Busquets. Liverpool looking to pass their way through.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's shifting through the gears here. Nuno Mendes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. McAllister. Batistuta. Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's hit the post! Beckenbauer. Palmeiras are looking to break at pace. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Howson. And it's Stoichkov. And this is Van Basten. Looking to play him in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Van Basten. And he's in on goal. And the finish! Oh, good-looking ball. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Pull it. Conte. Beckenbauer. Always onto this. He has found a way through. And it's Mendes. Cross to the back post. Howson attempts a clearance. Batistuta. Little doubt, that is a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. McAllister. Batistuta. Van Basten.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. The pass has gone astray. Now it's Maradona. Threads one in, and he's picked out the run. Romario is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Liverpool have their second corner now. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
So, third corner of the game. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Palmeiras are looking to go forward now. And he's straight offside.
2 added minutes has
Carlson
been indicated.
gets over and intercepts. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Beckenbauer. Can he get on the end of this? Chance for a shot! Oh, what has happened here? In for the pieces! Now here's the delivery. And that will be it. Liverpool did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when...
He's tried one! It's their first effort on goal.
Vinicius Junior clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Milan with the corner, they're first.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking to play him in.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's running, there's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Stoichkov! Maldini gets good distance on it. No, he's not getting his way this time. That has found him in acres of space.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Chooses to go crossfield. Adriano. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Cruyff. That's been slipped. It's Adriano! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. He is just caressed. Batistuta! That has not gone well. Liverpool are trailing against the run of play. And it's Batistuta. Great vision. McAllister is flagged offside. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Cruyff couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Busquets. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Batistuta. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Yaya Toure! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Batistuta. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bullet. He's found a way through. And Batistuta! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rudiger. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got away. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Threads one in. Belletti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Busquets knocks it into space. Might be danger here. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get onto this? Real chance! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Belletti. Rudiger. That's Busquets. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. McAllister. And it's Van Basten. Hullet. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Liverpool are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Numero 9.
Liverpool
numero
get
10.
the ball rolling for the second period.
Per il numero 22, il numero 23, il numero 15.
Rudiger. Howson. Hullet. Now, can they get him away? And that's a good... And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Adriano really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan have their second corner now. Kvaratskhelia with the short one. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Dink through. Terrific header. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Adriano. Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Adriano. He's through. Now is he in?
Might want to be careful there.
That's a foul. No two ways about it. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Goes for the shot! It's bounced back off the post. And another try! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response,
Tries from distance.
Costa Curta. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Now it's Stoichkov. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Liverpool do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Chouameni. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Baresi. Milan finding their passes. That's tidy. Kvaratskhelia going full steam ahead down the left flank.
He's looking unstoppable.
And he's managed to get free. And he's only too happy to take that back. Kvaratskhelia.
Here's a chance.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Corner number 3 coming up. And that's it.